LeBron James, there was a lot of talk about him getting dunked on and trying to hide that. So before we discuss that, we'll have a quick look. Here's a clip of LeBron James getting dunked on.
So there's LeBron right at the bottom. He's guarding this guy. This guy's want to take a jump shot. LeBron's guarding.
All right.
Okay, there's some kind of call, so they get the ball back. The same team.
All right, makes sense. This is very dramatic.
Right. So here they come.
Oh my God! I can't believe this has been released.
So here comes slow motion. Watch from the left side of your screen. LeBron comes over for help on defense. This is not his man. Dunks over from two hands. Nasty, and he's excited.
Well, KB.
Oh, well, this is what all the talk has been about.
So I guess one of the reasons it's been talked about is it's LeBron's camp. So, you know, if you're at LeBron James's camp, it's probably not a good idea to dunk on him, is it?
Well, I mean, it's a respect thing. If it was me, I don't think I would have liked it. I might have shut down the whole camp, sent everyone home. I wouldn't have given them their money back. I mean, you just can't dunk on the guy who's putting together the camp like that. But look, let's face it, if you play the game long enough, someone's going to steal the ball off you. They're going to block your shot, and you will get dunked on eventually. That's what happened. LeBron came from a help situation. He did jump, and he got dunked on.
And that guy's going to be able to trade on that for the rest of his life. He'll get that footage, and he will just replay it over and over again. And I remember LeBron James dunking all over Jason Smith at the Olympics. Jason Smith was wearing LeBron's shoes. He's dunked all over Jason Smith, yelled in his face, and there was a lot of pictures taken and put on the net. So he's given out his fair share. He's got to take it.
Yeah, he definitely has. And look, LeBron sees the tapes when this happened.
Yeah, that's
everyone was talking about it. He didn't want anyone to see it. And you knew eventually it would come out, and it came out. And you look, it's funny. It's very,
he got
very
a fair bit of criticism for that, didn't he? Because it was his camp, and he did. He grabbed all the tapes, and he didn't want anyone to see it. And of course, obviously everyone at the camp was talking about it, so it had to come out. I mean, realistically, why would it be such a bad thing for him for that tape to get out there?
Well, apparently the kid is a sophomore in college, so he's a young kid. And Brown has just been dunked on by a young kid in college. So it spread like wildfire across the world, not just in the States. And look, he's Brown. He's King James, so he didn't want anyone to see it. I think it's funny. I don't think it's classless or unprofessional. I just think it's plain funny.
All right, we go back to the first game of the 36ers in the championship series, and Darnell Meade throws you an alley-oop pass. You dunk on Tony Rollinson and a couple of other guys, and straight away you could see that deflate them. I mean, the crowd got involved. So a right time with the dunk over people can have a massive impact, not just on the players, but getting the involvement from the crowd as well, can't it?
Yeah, it's one of the more exciting plays in the game. So it can change the tempo. It can just do wonders for you and for the fans and whatnot to dunk on somebody. It gives you a feeling of power. I know, Mozzie, you've never dunked on anyone, so you wouldn't know what I'm talking about.
I'm only commenting on this from a viewpoint, not from actually experience, but some of these
Perhaps you could tell us about the dunk you tried to do in Europe.
I'm actually, I'm not 3 in the NBL, but I have done a couple in the domestic competition. But I saw Carter at the 2000 Olympics jump over a 7-footer, and everyone in that whole arena just took a gasp. Some of the Institute guys were cleaning the floor, and they still talk about it as the best dunk. To jump over a 7-footer, it's amazing. So it does. It changes the game.
I saw Doc Rivers do it, who's coaching now in the NBA over Sevi Ballesteros, who was a 7-footer. Just went straight over the top of him and dunked it. It was against the Russians, and they were just mortified by it. I mean, they went down and then dunked the next 3 in a row. But, you know, when a guard comes in and dunks on a big guy, best dunk you've ever done over someone, KB, is there one who's your favourite?
Oh, man, that's tough to say. I would like to say Michael Jordan.
You did a dunk over Michael Jordan?
Well, not really. He was behind me.
Not really. He was on the court.
But he was on the court. We're in Chicago Stadium, and he tried to block it from behind.
Oh, that's fair enough.
Look, let me tell you.
So he jumped.
When you're up against the best in the world and he's anywhere on the court and you dunk, he's getting dunked on.
So he just crossed the halfway line.
I wonder how many times through his career players have said, I dunked on Michael Jordan and he was sitting on the bench but his feet were on the court. Or, you know, because he just dunked on everybody. But, you know, was there a time at college where, I mean, I isolated the one from the 36ers because I can remember it vividly, but was there a time at college or in the NBA, not counting the one that you dunked on Michael Jordan from behind you?
Well, in college, I just loved to dunk. I mean, I didn't feel like I had a good game unless I was able to throw it down once or twice.
You had a good afro too. I've seen some of those clips.
Yeah, I had a few afro a few days ago as well. I just
cleaned it up for the show. Good.
Yeah, it was a little bit too hot. But look, dunking is a part of the game. I remember when I was in college, my high school coach hated it because he felt like we was more worried about dunking than laying it up. But this is an important part of the game right now. It's entertainment at its very best. And in the NBA, you have some of the best athletes in the world. So, you know, it's worth it. It's well worth it.
Marzi, can you remember any dunks?
I've done a couple. I do remember very vividly the couple I have done, but
I mean on the full size ring, not the small ring out the back.
Can't remember that.
Can't recall. We need to take a break. When we come back, we'll be talking about the WNBA and the Boomers.